All right, we're back. Okay, so we're going to start our drawing, and just to refresh, what we're going to do is we're going to be mainly looking at this guy. I called this one the Orpheum Theater with tree, right? I was just looking at this one tree over here. But then we're going to combine it with this one right here. So we're actually going to start here for like our lineup, I guess, and how far down we want to come. So think about your paper. That won't work. Let's tip this. Yeah, let's see. Do I need to be on any time? I don't need to be on this. I can move this off and move this down here. Okay, better. So remember that we just want to start out on our third line, and we're not going to spend much time doing this, right? We're going to go quick, 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 pencil moving. We're not thinking very much. We're kind of like getting into the zone, letting our brain just see the shapes. So I'm going to make this my 1/3 line. So just look at your paper, you know, that's about 1/3 and that's about 1/3 right there. So let's bring our center line down here, and I want the very tippity top of this to be right here. I'm going to make it about 1/4 of an inch. And we're going to, let's see how many of these guys there are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So about 10 of these. And it looks like the very top portion of this little guy at the very top, he appears to be about the size of this beautiful little window down here. So if you're looking here and you're looking there, they're very close in size, and they're surprisingly close in size to these windows as well. So you can use that as kind of like a touchstone marker, so that this, and this are all very similar in size. So let's see if we make about 1/4 inch and go, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Does that give us 10 of these? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. Okay. That puts us a little bit high. I'm going to pull this down just slightly. It might just need to be a little bit bigger. And then we're going to go, in theory, right? What we're going to do is we're going to have sort of a hexagonal, right? We're only seeing 1/2 of a hexagon up here, and that comes down to about here. So that's like maybe about 2 of these guys. And then there's another one here. And then this drops way down low. And then we run into this Orpheum sign that's right about here. Remember, this is just like, we're just sketching this out. We're just getting a feeling for the building right here. Ah, this is going to be so tricky, this front part. Boom, boom, boom. Coming down the line here. There we go. And then over onto this side. Once we have this set up, basically all we're doing is finding this line where it starts, right? Look at how far down it comes here. So here on the side, we're going to have like a good feeling there. Make this a little bit fatter. Then it drops down. See this drop down here to about here, maybe about there, and heads back down towards our horizon line, back down towards our horizon line. So let's just make a line kind of like that. Here, here. And what about over on this side? It's more like this. Oh, but we want to look at both images, right? So let me see. In theory, though, we're basically dealing with something that's about like this and like that. Oh, you can't really see that, can you? There we go. I need to be drawing higher up. Higher up. It's having a difficult time focusing. Okay, well, here we are right here. Let's look at this other image, right? This one. And see, this is similar. It comes up a little bit higher. And we can see a little bit more of that information in there. So I can just take this up a little bit, make it not so severe. right? There we go. And then this comes back and back. So this one's much more severe on this side, is like really cutting back. We've got that really forced perspective. It's going to be too hard, right, to combine these two. I think we're going to have to use this one to do our whole layout. And then we can use this one more for lighting and to pull in elements that we enjoy over here. No, nope. I like this front more. I just like it more. So we're gonna use both things to our advantage, right? That we're gonna be able to see up into here. Okay. This is so wide here. What to do, what to do, what to do. Let's just do this image as our sort of go-to right now. More collected image here. And then, because this gives you a really fun, look at what you get here in this one, is you get a little bit of the city back behind. And because you get a little bit of that city, maybe it'll feel like it's more in an environment. Yeah, I think this could be fun because then you get just a little bit more feeling of being in a big metropolitan modern city in combination with this like beautiful Spanish architecture, revival architecture. Okay, and you get this, this little roof. How funny is this roof? Okay, and we see a little bit of it coming this way. Okay, okay. Here we go, and then we get this big part of the building. This is like the actual amphitheater kind of coming off this way, and then we'll have some fun structure back in here where it's going, at what angle? Kind of off and off. And this is almost like plaid back here, these crazy buildings back here. Whoa, it's like wild lattice work in there. Yeah. Okay, how can we force our shadows? Well, let's drop in our circles here. So we're gonna make this here, here, boom, boom. Jump, there's a little line there, a little line here. There's two splits and there's like a square inside of here, right? So it's like square, 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 square coming down the line. And then we drop down and we get to this big circle. This is where we're gonna have our first sort of spiro situation. It's almost like a flower. Okay. And then there's one heading this way. Where do they all sit? They all, okay. So this one's coming back just slightly. We're gonna go off of this edge here. Look at that line. Look at that line. Don't rely on your ruler. You don't need it, right? You're just looking at the feeling of the building. The feeling of the building. We're keeping our pencil moving. There's this great shadow here. There's a little bit of an illusion of how this circle goes back. Slightly lower than our friend over here. Dips in. We've got this great shadow running down this side. We're going to bump that up, and it even casts a shadow over here. Do you see this cast shadow from the circle there? And then these change direction. And then we get this big cast shadow along here. So this is all, we're going to make all this in shadow coming down to meet our Orpheum signage along here. That must be right where our horizon line is. So this is our eye level, right here with the Orpheum sign. And then we drop down into some pillars. Let's let go of that. We've got this great little sign on this side. It's like a little marquee. And then it comes back this way. And there's like a great little red trash can right here. And maybe a little ashtray trash can combo. And this big sandstone blocks along here coming back. Don't worry about these little, don't worry about this lady. There's like a great little sculpture figure there, and then it goes like circle, 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 and then another lady, and then a circle. And we don't have to do too much more than that. Remember, here we have a central window right in here, and another window going out this way, and another window going over this way. There's these great kind of rainbow archways above, and they're made out of little rainbows too. And then it says the Orpheum. And then under here, we're going to be super dark. Like we're going to really push that shadow. Look at how this casts a shadow down onto the ground. And then out onto this side as well. And then we're going to have all this goodness over on this side. Let's get that angle right. Set your pencil down there. Make sure you have it. Put it down over here. Put it up over here. Put it down over here. We want to pull it all the way down to here so we have this good drop. So let's just take ours down. Here it is. I have it here. I have it here. There it is. And it goes back to about here. And the sign comes all the way out to about here. So this sign is big. It's a big sign. And it is heavy, right? And it's being supported by these great supports here. Okay. I like those supports. I hadn't seen them before. This is my first time really seeing them in the space. This is all going to be dark under here. It's going to go dark, light, dark, light, dark. And we're just going to bring those pillars like slightly out of shadow so that we can see that structure a little bit more. And then we turn the corner. So this is the front of the building here. And as we turn back and go along our line here, it goes back to about here. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. So that first one is like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's kind of like, do you see them? It's sort of like dark tops to the windows. And then there's a line of windows along this side that can all sort of follow the same path so that it'll go window, space, window, space, window. And we don't have to put too many in, remember? And we want these to go little woman, circle, 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 woman in a little, I don't know what she is, an alcove. 1, 2, 3, and then there's a little woman in an alcove, and then 1, 2, 3. I bet there's actually 5 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is there 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought there were 4. That's okay. This is all gonna be tree, 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 tree down the line here. And if you can sneak a little bit of sidewalk in there, you're going to have this nice grounding element. And then this whole side of the building is going to be in shadow. Okay. Okay. I have a better feeling for this. I have a better feeling for this. I love not only being a tourist in my own town, but also how different it is being in a building versus drawing a building, right? And getting this feeling for what's happening out here. Oh my goodness. These are like these great little block benches here, and you can make a set of them coming back in space here. And if you follow those lines, you can just click them over like this. Make a little line down, make a little line down, make a little line down, make a little, and then a little line in, little line in, little line in. And that's where it goes like bench planter, bench planter, bench planter. And we'll get tree, tree, tree. And all of this is just swash, swash, swash of your brush. Okay. This side's in light. Our light's coming in from the left. It's hitting our building. It's high in the sky. It's making these beautiful cast shadows. And then it's flowing down. I am loving this red, this kind of like red orange, especially in comparison to this green. We could even play with the flag of Arizona here in our color scheme, because we could push this more blue. And then we can take some kind of copper and red and yellow in here. Ooh, I like that idea. You know I like that idea. Okay, and then all of this is going to be in shadow. And this comes all the way down. Boom, boom. Here we go. Okay, cool. I'm excited. This is the way to go. I'm glad we've worked through this. And I'm giving you all the credit for helping me figure it out. Oh man. Okay, let's do a big drawing. So that's our little drawing. And what I'm going to end up doing is running my eraser over the top of this and removing most of this graphite. Right, we don't need all this crazy graphite on here. And so if you are a really good drawer, or you want to make a really clean drawing, you can do all this craziness, and then you can come back in with your eraser, roll it through here, and then just lock down a couple of lines that are really going to matter for you, you know. So if you really like that angle there, make sure you really lock that in. Boom, on the side, lock it in. Here it is on the front, it's facing us. Here it is on the side, coming down. Here, boom, boom, boom. Then we have this to here. This is tall. Where does it cut through? Right on the side here. So it's gonna go 1, 2. And then we have these great flat and over. And then our little turret is going to go right off the top, even though that's what I started with. But anything you need to clarify, you can just pull a nice clean line, and you can remove all this extra stuff just by rolling your eraser over your drawing. So you get it down just to those basic lines, because we don't want to muddy up our beautiful watercolor. We still want our paper singing. But maybe you've been looking at some urban sketching and you're like, oh, I kind of love seeing that pen come through or that pencil come through. And if you want to do any of these drawings with pencil or ink for real underneath, like where you really see the pencil drawing or you really see the ink drawing, and then just lay washes of color over, I think that's a great place to be as well. So let's set this guy aside, and then let's draw big. Let's draw big. I'm looking forward to drawing big. All right, here we go.